Okay, let's talk about this because this belief right here is something that kept me stuck for a very long time when it came to achieving the things that I wanted to achieve in life. As a freelance copywriter, as you could probably imagine, have no problem with words. I loved reading and writing, but when it came to numbers and math, I was terrible. I was diagnosed with a learning disability. I was given an IEP, individual education plan, which meant I was going to be in small classrooms, from middle school to high school and beyond. We used to call those the retard rooms in school. That was what you got bullied about, was being in the small classrooms, right? So this was a very strongly held belief I had, backed by evidence. So I took my SATs, and by no surprise, I scored really high in English and supremely low in math. And I didn't think I was going to make it to college. I had a high school guidance counselor that said, please do your parents a favor and go to a community college. Please do not waste their money on a 4-year degree because you're not going to make it into anywhere. And if you do, you're going to struggle. I went against her advice. I applied to the schools that I wanted to apply to in New York City, and I was accepted on like a probationary period, meaning I had to uphold a certain GPA or else I'd get kicked out of school. That was the price of admission. It's like, hey, we know you didn't score high enough to get into this college, but if you uphold a certain GPA and prove yourself, you can stay. So I struggled, and again, struggled to get through math just so I could get my bachelor's degree. So fast forward to, let's say 21, 22, I'm trying to figure out how I get out of student loan debt. And I bought a Susie Orman book. I told you to get out of debt. And the concept seemed so over my head that I literally called my mom crying and said, Mom, I'm just too stupid. I'll never figure this whole thing out, and I'm always going to struggle with money. And I was really broke. I was in a lot of debt. I wasn't making a ton of money, and I just wanted to be successful and, be financially solvent. But even learning how to get out of debt felt like such a struggle to me, not because the concepts are so hard to understand, but because it was related to math and numbers, and I just looked at it and my eyes glazed over because of all the past troubles. But whether it came to finally getting out of student loan debt, which took me a few years, and when it came to me transitioning from my 9-to-5 to become a full-time freelancer and manage my own finances as a self-employed person, when it came to starting my online business, all of these things required numbers, and every single time, even like taxes, for example, are something that really stressed me out. I have that automatic response of, oh my God, no, this is going to be too hard and I can't do it. But if I give myself enough time and I calm myself down, I always wind up finding a way through. And maybe your learning disability, or maybe your deficit, or maybe your weakness isn't related to numbers and math, but a lot of people who are trying to accomplish something in the entrepreneurial world, they have this deficit or this weakness, and they think, well, this is that one thing that's going to stop me from succeeding, and it doesn't have to. You might need more time, you might need more help, but it does not have to hold you back. So I hope that can help you over that obstacle.